are already live on different social media platforms and also on Zoom. Welcome everyone, and I'm happy to have so many interesting special guests today. Very excited to listen to today's presentations, even if it's not a field of mine. I'm always very eager to listen to those presentations. And I'm very thankful to those very punctual attendees who are already with us and who will be joining us. So I wish everyone a very fruitful webinar. If you are joining us for the first time and you don't know me yet, my name is Nino. I was studying in Germany on my MA level. I studied international relations. Now I'm already working in Germany, and I'm very excited to share my own experience as an international student with you who wish to come and start your career or your studies here in Germany. I am not alone, as you have noticed already, but also not alone from my German university team. As always, I have a great support from Eileen, who will be, or together we will be doing the moderation today, because the main guests are other people, or the hosts are the other people. And now I would like to ask Eileen to share some details about the technical things of the webinar, and then we go deep into the presentation.
So hello everyone, thank you Nino for the introduction. Thank you very much for our special guests for being here with us today. So as you know, we will talk about studying electrical engineering in Germany. But before that, I would just like to introduce MyGermanUniversity for those of you who haven't had the chance to visit our website yet. This is what you see when you go to our homepage. And we are Germany's largest database of English taught study programs. So on MyGermanUniversity's website, we have our study finder. This is a short version of it. And here you can look for bachelor's and master's programs in English, but also now we added short courses and language courses. So as time moves forward, we will also have more short courses and language courses available. And another way that we have to help students like you is by having more than 70 comprehensive articles already published with a lot of useful information and external resources that you will need on your journey to applying to studying in Germany, and even when you are already studying in Germany. So you can take a look. We have various topics. Our list is even bigger than this that we see here. I will share the links later in the chat. As you know, we also have live webinars, usually 3 webinars per week. So on Tuesdays and Thursdays, usually we have more general webinars about studying in Germany, application strategies, scholarships, universites, visa. And on Wednesdays, we have subject-specific webinars like this one. You can sign up for them for free on our website, and I also recommend that you register on our website so that you can access all the unlimited resources for free. Even though we are a startup based in Hamburg, Germany, our team is international and is located all over the globe. Me, for example, I'm in Brazil. I'm Brazilian, but I was also an international student in Germany. We have people working from China, from Spain, from Germany, of course, but not only in Hamburg. And we also offer counseling not only in English, but also in Spanish, Portuguese, Russian, Italian, and Chinese. And you can find already a lot of translated resources on our website. About the technical side, I would just like to ask you if you are asking a question for a specific program to help us in general, that it would be helpful if you can tag or say that this question is for this person or for this program. And I will be taking care of the more general questions about studying in Germany. And you cannot use the chat, but you can see what we send in the chat. So I'll be sending very important links, as Nino already did, for you guys in the chat. And if you are on Facebook, I left the Zoom ID on the post description. You can join us on Zoom, or if you can't, you can also leave your questions in the comment section, and someone in our team will be happy to answer them as soon as possible. Thank you very much. I will not extend myself because we have a lot of great presentations for you today. You'll probably see me in our upcoming webinars, hopefully. Thank you so much for our special guests once again for being here and giving this great opportunity to international students everywhere. I'll go in the background now. Enjoy the webinar, everyone, and see you on another opportunity.
Thank you very much, Eileen. And now, from my side, I also have a short presentation ready for you to provide a general overview about studying electrical engineering in Germany. As you already see, we have very special guests from 4 German universities, so stay until the end. It will be super interesting, as it always is. And I will be presenting the speakers one by one in a bit. But before that, if I would like to remind you of several options of study finders or databases which are available. First is Hochschulkompass, which is offered by German's Rectors Conference. And these are for the ones mainly who are searching for programs in German language. If you use this database, then you can see 498 degree programs for electrical engineering, and only 48 programs are in English. However, if you are the one who is not that brave to study in German right away, or would like to improve your German skills when you are in Germany, then you can, and you are searching for English taught programs, then you can use our study finder, which Eileen has already introduced to you, and she will be sharing a link of the search results of electrical engineering on our study finder. And as you see, the number of programs is over 100. If you are the one who wants to know general overview of what does the subject generally mean, and what are the usual rankings or tuition fees, application requirements, language requirements, and so on, or you just want to have an overview of the whole subject as it is, then you can also use our subject page, which is really useful because it kind of accumulates all this information, and it's easier for you to navigate and decide if you want to study this in this field or not at all. I have mentioned rankings, and I am always repeating myself that even if international rankings are more or less important, when choosing a study program, you should be the one who creates what is most important to you. Maybe it's a language, maybe it's tuition fees, maybe it's location. So you should create your own ranking and rank the universities or the study programs according to that. Of course, the decision is always upon you, so feel free to rely on your own ranking or international ranking as you prefer. A very short outlook of university types in Germany. You will see, you already probably know that there are 2 big types, which are universities and universities of applied sciences. And you can see that there is not a big difference between them, but the main difference is how they concentrate on studies. So in university, it's more research oriented or theory oriented programs. As for universities of applied sciences, it's more practice or application oriented. However, professors are already here and they may correct me if I am wrong. One more thing is about the study programs. It's not like always called like Bachelor in Electrical Engineering or Master in Electrical Engineering. So the wording can be different, and our study finder will happily filter out all the programs which are connected to electrical engineering for you if you choose a correct function or filter, which was already shared in a link. So the naming can be different, as you will see today as well. There are different namings of the programs, which is always very intriguing and interesting. And now, long story short, as promised, I am very happy to introduce our very first special guest, Professor Dr. Birgit Steffenhagen, who will be talking about Master Engineering, Renewable Energy and E-Mobility. Here you have on the right side of the slide the map. It's always nice to know where are you going next. And on the left side of the slide, you also have an international outlook of the university. So I will stop sharing the screen, and Professor, the floor is yours. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you for the invitation here to speak here. Welcome to the School of Electrical Engineering and Computer Science at the University of Stralsund. I hope you can hear me, yes. My name is Professor Steffenhagen. I'm the program manager of the master's program Renewable Energy and E-Mobility. And I would like to give you some information about the study program and about our university. Here, a map of Germany, and we in the northeast of Germany. Our university is located directly at the Baltic Sea and the UNESCO World Cultural Heritage City Stralsund. Stralsund is a small city. We has almost 60,000 inhabitants, and Stralsund is often referred to as the gateway to the island Rügen here. We are the gateway to the island Rügen here, the greatest island of Germany. And Stralsund is an old city, rich in tradition. You see here very old buildings, and Stralsund is a founding member of the former Hanseatic Trading Association. Our university is a young university. It was founded in 1991, and we started with 176 students, and today we have about 2,500 students. We have 3 schools: the School of Electrical Engineering and Computer Science, that is my school, and the School of Mechanical Engineering and the School of Business Studies. The main research areas of our university are renewable energy, automation, communication networks, telematic health systems, and applied science. There are separated institutes of our university: one institute of renewable energy, we have a separated institute, and in the field of renewable energy, we have the Institute of Renewable Energy Systems. In the institute, about 30 professors and members of staff research on different renewable energy topics. The students can participate in this research through a project and the master thesis. For good research and study condition in this field, we have a great laboratory of integrated energy systems. We are a young, innovative campus university with modern lecture halls. Here, I think you see our campus, all is in this. And we have an excellent supervision ratio from professors to students. That's why we can offer a high quality scientific education with practical relevance. We have top rankings for our study programs, and the students have excellent career prospects. The relationship between the students and the professors is cooperative because we are a small university. I know that, but small and fine. The research projects are application and demand oriented. We deal with future topics such renewable energy, industry 4.0, artificial intelligence, autonomous driving, and smart grids. Our professors have very good contacts to industry. We are also a we have also family-friendly study conditions and working conditions. At our school, we have about 30 modern equipped laboratories and the interdisciplinary laboratory of integrated energy systems. So the training is very practice oriented. Here you see some of our laboratories here, the complex laboratory, the laboratory of electrical drive technology, automation and control engineering. There we have a laboratory, high voltage power engineering, and so on. Here you see some installations of our laboratory of integrated systems. We have a hydrogen cycle, so that energy from renewable sources like wind or solar energy can be stored in the form of hydrogen. Here you see a hydrogen tank and feed back into the grid by fuel cell systems. Yeah, when needed. At our school, we have 3 master programs in German language, 1 electrical engineering with the specializations general electrical engineering and renewable energy. Here in this program, we have also some modules in English language, and here is the program Renewable Energy and E-Mobility. This is our English language program. Then we have the master program Medical Engineering System and 1 program Informatics. Now I will come to the English language master program Renewable Energy and E-Mobility. Here you can learn more about the use of renewable energy sources such as solar radiation and PV and solar thermal systems, biomass, wind and hydropower, as well as development of electrical vehicles and sustainable non-fossil mobility concepts. The program is offered in 2 variants, the 3 and the 4 semester variant, depending on the length of the bachelor studies. The most of our students are studying in the 4 semester model with internship semester. The students will receive 90 ECTS points in the 3 semester variant and can start and this program starts in summer and in winter semester. In the 4 semester variant, you get here 120 ECTS points, and you can start only in the summer semester. The degree is Master of Engineering. In 2019, the master's program was successfully accredited by the Accreditation Council until 2027. The program has two specializations, renewable energy and e-mobility. You can specialize in the choice of the elective module. Here the admission requirements. You need a bachelor degree in electrical engineering, power engineering, renewable energy, mechanical engineering, physics, or related subjects. Further admission requirements are sufficient knowledge in the areas measurement technologies at a least of 4 hours per week and semester, or 5 ECTS points. In some countries we have no ECTS point system, that's why here the hours per semester. Then you need knowledge in control engineering, at least 4 hours per semester, per week and semester, and or 5 ECTS points. Then fundamentals of electrical engineering and fundamentals in electrical machines, at least 2 hours per week and semester. And of course, the common mathematical basics of these fields. Furthermore, you must prove knowledge of English at B2 level. If you completed your bachelor degree in English, this proof is not necessary. You need a grade point average at least 2.0 in your first degree. If the grade point average is between 2.1 to 2.3, a case-by-case assessment is made on the basis of a letter of motivation and other documents. Here you can see the curriculum of the 3-semester model. The course structures as follows. First, we have the mathematical basics. Here, mathematical scientific basics. Here we have the modules modeling of physical system and system theory. Then we have the specialized technical basis of renewable energy technologies. Here you find the modules renewable energy system, power electronics, methods of power engineering. These 5 modules are compulsory modules. Then we have the blue ones here. That's the application-oriented basic knowledge. Here you can choose at least 4 elective modules from a list of elective modules. Later, I have a slide with the list of the elective modules. Then we have the interdisciplinary qualifications 1 from 2. Here you have the choice between quality in automotive industry and energy and environmental management. Here the explanations. One of them you have to take. All modules have 5 ECTS points and 4 semester hours per week. In the last semester, you have to work on your master thesis at a university or in a company. Here we have the plan of the 4th semester variant without internship semester. Compare with the 3-semester version, there is a 4th semester with 3 elective modules and a major project work. Then here we have the curriculum of the 4th semester model with internship semester. The internship takes 21 weeks. You work during this time in a company or at an institute of our university. Here I have some details about the internship semester. And now I will come to the list of the application-oriented elective modules. Here you find modules dealing with variation renewable energy sources like wind, solar, and we have also modules this deals with storage technologies, here hydrogen technology, the basic module, and the next module, fuel cell systems. And then we have here the module sustainable non-fossil mobility. Here you deal, this module deals with alternative drive concepts. And then here the modules which have to do with e-mobility, advanced power electronics, project seminar e-mobility, control of electrical drives, vehicle management system, vehicle simulation and test drive, and also you can do a project work in a student project. I come later to our student projects. In this list, we have 3 elective modules in the variant 4 semester without internship semester. You have the possibility to take modules in other fields of electrical engineering, or here international accounting, human research management, and also you can learn German if you have no knowledge in this language here at 2 levels, 1 and 2. And this list contains also modules of the list application-oriented modules. Not all modules are offered in every semester. Some are offered in the summer semester and some are offered in this winter semester. So here some words to the application procedure for international students. All international students have to apply via the online portal of UniAssist. Here our deadlines for the next summer semester. The deadline is December 31 in this year for all international students of non-EU countries, and the February 28 for all in the next year for all nationals of EU countries. Our lecture period begins in the middle of March, and you can probably apply for the winter semester for the next winter semester from beginning of May. Here we have not a concrete date. You have to look when is the UniAssist portal open. Here you can find more information about the application procedure. Outside of our studies, you can also participate. Most of the faculty professors are active in research in addition to teaching. This means that you can only benefit from the last findings with flow directly in your studies, but also have the opportunity to apply your knowledge directly in practice. There are a number of research and students projects that deal with the use of renewable energy, modern storage technologies, and e-mobility. Here we see in this slide the main areas of research of our Institute for Renewable Energy Systems. We deal with the use of biomass, solar energy, as well as storage technology, such hydrogen and methanol in our complex laboratory for integrated energy use. We are also work on hybrid power plants concepts, and our students are working very successful on electric race cars powered by batteries or fuel cells. Outside of our studies, you can also participate in interesting student projects, such as the Tiger H2 racing team, the Maritime racing, and the Baltic racing team. The Tiger project is our most successful student project. The students design and build a hydrogen and fuel cell-based racer. Then we have also the Mary racing team and the Baltic racing team. The Tiger project starts in 2008 with students from Thailand and Germany. We have a good cooperation with the Technische Universität in Thailand. And that's why the name Thailand, Germany. Since then, the students dealing with topics of regenerative energy, sustainability, and climate protection. The task for this racing car is here to drive a certain distance using as little fuel as possible. The aim is to design and build an energy efficient car. The race car starts every year until 2019, then Corona comes. Every year at the 𝘗𝘢𝘵𝘪𝘯𝘪𝘯𝘨 Europe in the European Championships. Last 3 years, our team took the first place, just ahead of the Italian team sponsored by Ferrari, and we are a very little university, and we take 3 times the first place. Yeah, here are the contact persons. My name I mentioned. I'm the program manager and also the study dean of our faculty, and here is our incoming coordinator, 𝘱𝘢𝘕𝘓𝘕. You can also contact her if I asked questions about the program, and she about the application process and so on. Thank you for your attention. Yes, and then I'm finished now.
Yeah, thank you very much for this interesting presentation. I see that audience is very active. We have quite engaging Q&A session. I'm writing down all the questions that students are asking, and will be inviting you for live questions and answer session at the end.
Yeah. Okay.
Right now, I would like to share my screen. Could you please stop sharing the screen?
I stopped this, yes. Okay.
Thank you very, very much. And now I give the floor to our second speaker, Dr. Bilal Zafar. Again, we are talking about communications and signal processing master program. And as always, university location, international outlook, and you already have the second program in electrical engineering, so you have from where to choose. And Dr. Zafar, the floor is yours.
Thank you everybody for joining us, and thank you to MyGermanUniversity for giving us the platform to show our master's program. So you can see my screen, right?
Yeah, we see the Zoom.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, I will just shortly share my presentation, but since I don't have so much about where we are located in more or less the middle of Germany, a bit towards the east in the province of Thuringia. It's a very beautiful province. There's a lot of nature, forests, a lot of hiking and stuff. A lot of people from around Germany come to us for these things. TU Ilmenau is one of 17 technical universities. So basically, if you don't know about the TUs, we are the highest level of universities in Germany. So we can award PhDs, for example, and the research work and the education and everything is at the highest level. Yeah, so now to our presentation. We are a bit behind schedule, so I will try to catch up a bit. You guys are welcome to email me. Our Professor Martin Hart, who's the head of the program, he couldn't join us today, so but you're welcome to write to me or to him, and we will answer your questions. So our master's program is called Communications and Signal Processing. We're relatively new. We started in 2009. Everything is in English. We're sponsored, like a lot of education in Germany, we are sponsored by the German government. So there are no tuition fees. So you only basically have to look at your living costs. We are very well, despite being relatively young, we are very well known, and we get a lot of applicants, and we have done a lot of cutting edge research. We publish a lot. Our students are very well known in the industry and in academia. So the program is slightly tough, if I'm being honest. It requires a bit of effort on part of the students, but the rewards are very good. It's very good preparation for leading doctoral programs, and in the industry, our graduates are very well sought after. So we are suitable for people with the Bachelor of Science degree in electrical engineering, communications engineering, computer engineering, information technology, media technology, biomedical engineering, mathematics, physics, and these kind of things. So the program starts every winter semester only, not in the summer semester. We're focusing on many parts of communication and signal processing. So for example, in communications, we look at the physical layer concepts, the protocols, the applications. Then a huge field for us is the branch of signal processing, which is basically in anything related to all kinds of electrical equipment that you look at. So basically, we derive the meaning from sources of data all around us. Basically, this is what drives our modern world. So we also do look at a lot of fundamental concepts, for example, information theory, coding, modulation, optimization techniques. And then we focus on a lot of application based knowledge, so that leads to a lot of very nice career opportunities. So like I said before, our graduates are all very well employed. A little bit about our university. So it's one of the 17 TUs, but it's a relatively smaller TU in a relatively smaller town. But that also gives you sort of a homely feeling. So the students are a very nice, closely knit community along with the people of the town. So we're not just a very top level university. We also promote a lot of community building between the students, and there's a lot of very nice activities going on at the university. Our alumni is very well known, very well thought of. So it's a very good indication of the quality of the program. So we usually tell students that when they will join us, they will need to work hard, but then they will really thank us for the rest of their lives, because it's a very, very good investment on their part. So just a picture of our campus. So you could see a lot of the buildings in the sports center, and there's a very nice lake next to our campus. Just a little bit about the distribution of the credit points in our master's program. So as you might see, the research project and thesis, it takes up a really big portion. It's the biggest portion. It's around 30% of our credit hours goes to that. Then you have certain other parts: communication systems, communication engineering, signal processing, some elective courses, some non-technical courses. This is how our curriculum looks like. So in the third semester, you have some elective courses that you can also take in some of them in the second semester, but mostly in the third semester. So, I mean, you can find all of this info. I have already posted the link, so I'm not gonna go into the details of all the modules, but you can find all the information and or contact us. These are the names of some of the elective courses. And these are some of the non-technical courses that are on offer. For just as an example, we have German as a foreign language in one of the non-technical courses. So you can also, I mean, you will be provided this presentation. So for example, we have a very nice language level check. So you can go and check how good your language level is, for example. Just to repeat, German is not required for our program, to apply to our program, but it's always nice to know these things. Our university also really promotes activities in sports and stuff. So it's just as a short overview, I thought I would show you something about our sports center and just all the lists of possible sports and training programs that are on offer at our university. Just a little bit about the applications. So we have our own online portal. If you go to the link that I have posted, you will eventually find the link to the portal as well there. It's mandatory to provide us some English language test score unless you are a native English speaker. Yeah, the details you can also find. One important thing is that you can also provide these after the application deadline. So as long as you provide an acceptable score before the campus, before the classes start in October, we will entertain you. So the application period is usually from mid-January to mid-May. We have a 25 euros application fee. You can apply because a lot of students haven't graduated by then. So you can apply with your latest transcript and just provide your degree certificate before the start of lectures. Lectures, as I said before, start only in October. The program only starts in the winter semester. All of the information can be found at this link. One short notice at the end that we have been working really hard to offer our program in an online manner as well. And the pandemic has sort of accelerated this as well. So from next year onwards, we will start taking in a select group of very good applicants, and we can offer them the option to take part in the exam in a completely digital manner. So you can sit at your home and take the lectures, for example, the first couple of semesters, and then choose to switch to the on-site mode. These are the contact people. So you could contact me. My colleague Damir is also joining us today. He might be answering all of your questions if you have some. Thank you so much for your attention.
Thank you very much. And also thank you, Damir, for being so active in Q&A. All right, it was really interesting. I also have some questions for the study program. I think Damir is already answering them, but at the end, I will still voice some of them which were most frequently asked. Okay, not to waste some time by my speech, I will share my screen again, and very happy to welcome our third special guests, or third and fourth special guests, who are here today for us, Professor Dr. Rupert Schreiner and Gudrun Seebauer, who will be talking about Actually, Ms. Seebauer is already answering your questions in Q&A, so you already know her informally from Q&A section, and they will be talking about electrical and microsystems engineering. Again, a nice map of the future university location and also the international outlook of the university, not the program. Since the programs are English taught, they are more international than the whole university is, so not to confuse the students. All right, I'm stopping sharing my screen and the floor is yours. Thank you again for your time.
Okay, I'm going to share my screen and I hope that everyone can hear me. Hello, my name is Gudrun Seebauer. I'm the international coordinator of Ostbayerische Technische Hochschule Regensburg, which is a very complicated name for University of Applied Sciences Regensburg. I'm here today with my colleague and study advisor, Professor Dr. Rupert Schreiner, who will later give you some information about the focus of the studies and a little bit more insights of the technical field. As you've already seen, Regensburg is a relatively medium-sized city, I would say. We have roughly about 150,000 inhabitants. We are located in Bavaria, actually between Nuremberg and Munich. You may all know Munich because of the Oktoberfest as a cliché. But of course, we also have a large infrastructure, which I will show you here. We have a lot of big companies in Regensburg, like Osram, Infineon, BMW, Continental. So we are a very industrial focused city, and we also have a lot of big companies in the city which also influence our study programs and also, of course, influence our teaching, because we have also a lot of lecturers from the industry. Just to give you some impression, we have not only a large infrastructure in business, but we are also World Heritage Site. Regensburg was founded by the Romans. You see here we also have some cultural sites, and I promise it's a really nice city. Not in November at the moment, it's very cold and foggy, but normally it's really nice here. This is OTH Regensburg. We are located a little bit above the city on the hill. This is the main building of our campus. And of course, we also have a Mensa and a library, of course, like you see. Today, you see we are a very strange faculty, actually. We offer international relations and management, but we also offer environmental industrial sensors and microsystems engineering as a bachelor. But today we're going to talk about our master program, electrical and microsystems engineering, because this is our international study program offered in English language. Our study program is a study program that consists of 3 semesters, which 2 are theoretical semesters and 1 semester is actually reserved for doing the master thesis. Most of our students doing their master thesis in the industry, as you saw in the companies. It's not only in Regensburg, but for example, we also have a lot of students that do their master thesis in Texas Instruments in Munich, for example. Our master program is a Master of Engineering, and it's an interdisciplinary master program which can be studied entirely in English. Yeah. So how should I say it? To work later on in an engineering field in Germany, it's necessary that you can speak German. That's why German language is also part of our study program, and it's compulsory, but it's not necessary for the beginning of your studies. Our study program focuses on semiconductor technology, electrical engineering, optoelectronics and electronics, which Professor Dr. Schreiner will go more into detail later. And it also has an international focus, which means that you can also do a semester abroad, or we also offer a double degree program, which I will explain later on. So, okay, we do not have any study fees, but we have kind of a semester fee, which is roughly around 170 euros for the whole semester, which also includes public transport and the use of the sports facilities. We do not offer any accommodation at the university, so that's your responsibility. And it's required that you come to Germany to take the study program, so we're not offering it virtually. And unfortunately, we are also not able to offer any scholarships. Okay, just to give you some information about the admission requirements, you do need to have a bachelor in technical or natural science course with a minimum grade of 2.5. Yeah, we base our decision about the grading on a VPD from universites. That's a separate application, but with this VPD, you apply at the University of OTH application portal. And we also require you to have an English proficiency certificate of B2. It needs to be a TOEFL or IELTS certificate in the respective level of B2. We have 2 intakes per year, and the application period for that is for the winter semester is 1st of May until the 15th of June. And for the summer semester is the 15th of November. So it's at the moment until the 15th of January. The start of the semester is 1st of October or the 15th of March. You see here what kind of documents we need. I already said we need an English test certificate, a VPD from universites that shows that you have a better grade than 2.5. We need a bachelor's degree, including all your transcripts. Transcripts means that we need to see what kind of subject you have taken. If you have any internship experience, that's great, yeah. But if you only have a bachelor degree of 180 ECTS, it is required that you do an internship within the first 2 semesters of your studies. Yeah, that is because we are University of Applied Sciences, which means that we strongly focus on that you're ready to work later on. So we are very focused on that. And then we also require a CV. No other documents are accepted. Okay, then I hand over to Professor Schreiner, who will go into deep in the specialization.
Okay, so thank you, Gudrun. And I think, as you have already realized, this study program is not like a common electronic engineering study program. The focus of our program is on the semiconductor technology, and here especially on the opto-semiconductor technology, because the reason is also Osram Opto-Semiconductors has its headquarters and a big manufacturing site in Regensburg. And from here also the activities of their manufacturing sites in Asia, so for example in China as well as in Malaysia, are managed, and they have a lot of engineers in the production of the semiconductor industry. And because the semiconductor industry is industry where it's a so-called science-driven technology. In some other countries, like in Taiwan, you call it science parks. And so there is a deep understanding of the foundations of mathematics necessary. So for all students, it's compulsory to have advanced engineering mathematics course. And it's 8 hours per week. So it's for a master study program, it's quite a good theoretical background. In the optoelectronics course, it's not only the optoelectronics, but you also learn here the foundations of the solid state physics and all what you need to know about the semiconductors, about band structure, and about all this stuff, and the applications. The applications are LEDs, semiconductor lasers, photodiodes, solar cells, and so on. But it's also a deep understanding of photonics required. And so we offer a special lecture on photonics. And this is not only on the devices, but also on the tools which are used by the industry and also in research for fabrication of such structures and devices and for operation of the instruments. Same is with the applied optics. Applied optics is a lecture which builds on the physics lectures you have done in the bachelor degree already. And this is the basic courses. And as the name says, basic courses, it's for all. You don't have the choice, you have to take these courses. So everybody who wants to get the degree has to take the courses. All the courses I present are in English language. But there is an interdisciplinary block, which is also 12 semester hours. It's quite a lot about the methodology. You learn to write the research paper, to do documentation. You learn to manage your projects, because in the industry, it's an important point. Usually all the engineers sooner or later has to manage projects. And what I also want to say, same as Gudrun already mentioned before, the German language is a very important point, because in my opinion, to my experience, only the students got a job who were able to speak and communicate in German. So you don't need to have a good knowledge at the beginning, but during the time you are here, you should learn the language, because Germany is not an English-speaking country, even if we have study programs, but German language is the main language used here. And also in the industry, especially in the manufacturing industry, which has a lot of jobs, you need to speak German, because not all operators on the machine and the lab assistants are able to communicate in English. There is a project thesis which prepares you for your master thesis. So you learn in the project thesis in one of the labs of our university the skills you need later on for doing your master thesis. And as Gudrun already mentioned, the master thesis usually is done in the industry, and it's half a year. So it's 2 semesters of theoretical studies and 1 semester practical work in the industry. Gudrun, please go to the next slide. And there is a number of electives. So I just give you some examples, and you have to take 4. Now, this catalog of electives is changing from time to time, but here are listed the lectures which we usually offer every summer semester and every winter semester. So you have here the choice, and you have to pick in total 4. And as you see, these courses are also very related to electronics, semiconductor industry, and optoelectronics. And here we also have mostly lecturers from industry. So for example, LED technology, it's Dr. Ebeke from Osram. We have advanced semiconductor technology, Dr. Ploss from Texas Instruments. And so you get here in this consolidation courses also a deep insight in how these things are in practice and how we are applied in the industry. So Gudrun, maybe go to the next slide. I think it's also special for our program. We don't only offer this program in English, but we also have a lot of international partnerships and double degrees. So a great amount of our international students are not directly starting at our university, but they come in an exchange from our partner universities, mostly in Malaysia. And the reason is also because the companies which are based in Regensburg usually do production in Asia, and here, especially in Malaysia. But we also can offer some exchange to other countries to study for 1 semester. We can offer you an exchange to the University in Orléans in France, in Norway, in Tokyo, in Japan. But we also have a lot of contacts to the industry partners. For example, we have contacts to the United States, because, you know, BMW factories were also in the United States, where a lot of companies were. So where you can do your master thesis also in another country than in Germany. But I keep this short because I think for you, it's most important first to study in Germany and not to go directly to another country, but we have these opportunities. And we also have a lot of research labs, meanwhile, in our university, where you can, of course, also do your master thesis if you're interested. And the focus here in our university is on sensorics. So the sensorics industry is here very present in the region. And so we focus our research on analytics, sensorics, and on all variations in making the devices, in do applications to the electronic circuits, do the data analysis, and so on. Okay, so I think it was it from our side. If you have further questions, you can either contact Gudrun or me directly. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot for this great presentation and very interesting input. All right, and for today, our last but not least, Deggendorf Institute of Technology and Professor Dr. Werner Bogner, who will be talking about electrical engineering and information technology master's degree program. So as always, I have a small slide with the university location and the international outlook of the university. Professor Dr. Bogner, the floor is yours.
So thank you very much for the introduction. Now I try to share my screen. Now let me see. Okay, here we are, I guess. So hopefully you see my screen.
Yeah, everything is right.
Everything is right, so that's fine. So yeah, welcome to Deggendorf Institute of Technology. So where are we? So the location is in east of Bavaria, even not far away from the university on the University of Applied Science in Regensburg, the OTH, which has been presented just before. So here you see the let me see. So yeah, here is Deggendorf, where our university is, and Regensburg is somewhere here. And here we have Munich, which is actually well known, I think. So you see, we are right near to all of the important cities in Bavaria. We are near to Austria. We are near to the Czech Republic. So, the Master of Electrical Engineering and Information Technology is part of the master, or is part of the study programs of the Faculty of Electrical Engineering and Media Technology. So, myself, I'm Werner Bogner. I'm the the coordinator of this master program. It's a Master of Science. It comprises 3 semesters, and in the following, I want to show a little bit about our university. So we are actually the Bavaria's most rapidly expanding University of Applied Science. So we were founded in 1994, and during these days, we have now around about 8,000 students, a little bit more than 8,000 students. So maybe interesting for you is that we have a quite large international part of students. We have 30% international students. Actually, we have 8 faculties, around about 160 professors, and the lecturers and support staff. So the 8 faculties are electrical engineering, applied economics, healthcare, natural science, construction, computer, European campus, Rothal-Inn, and mechanical. So the program we are talking about is part of the electrical engineering media technology. So, well, here you see a photo of the main campus in Deggendorf. It is located between the Danube River and the town center of Deggendorf. So Deggendorf is actually a town having about 30,000 inhabitants. So it's a quite small town, actually. We have a compact campus where everything is together. So we have the laboratories, we have the facilities as the labs, and all the important things which are right at the campus. We are near to the Danube River, and we have about 5 minutes walk to the town center. So the facilities of the university, well, actually we have quite new lecture theaters, labs, and for your support, we offer an international office, or we have an international office. We have a language center, a career service, student counseling service. So there is quite a lot of facilities which help you in your studies. As already mentioned by the speakers from the other universities, or we have here in Bavaria many global operating companies. Some of them are depicted here in this view graph. So we have Infineon in Regensburg and Munich. BMW's largest fabricating facility is in Dingolfing, which is around about 30-40 kilometers away from Deggendorf. We have Continental in Regensburg, MAN in Munich, Audi in Ingolstadt, ZF. They offer gearboxes and these electronic drives or electric drives. So they are in Passau. So you see quite a lot of companies around which offer you a quite large variety of possibilities going to your master thesis, and maybe going further on to your work. So some informations about the Master of Electrical Engineering. It is, as already mentioned, a Master of Science. We started it in 2003. So actually we are working around about 20 years with this master program. So we are actually quite familiar with this master program. We have quite a lot of experience in this way. The scientific classification actually is electrical and information. We can start, or you can start with your studies in winter term and in summer term. So we have 2 intakes a year, and the total number of ECTS credit points is 90, which is equal to this 3 semesters study program. The aim of the course is actually expansion of your expertise, of course, which you have gained actually in your bachelor's already, and we will expand this expertise for modern development tasks, particularly in high-tech industries. High-tech, which is actually around this, which is actually given at many companies in Bavaria, as I have already shown in the few graphs just before. So this master is a supplementation of your bachelor's degree. You will gain deeper knowledge in some essential fields like automation and electronics, and you will gain the ability to work with creativity, especially in research and development. So the target group are graduates of bachelor degree programs in electrical engineering or information technology, or also in related courses, maybe mechatronics or something like this, physics or so. So this is what I mean with related courses. So the requirements for admission is a bachelor degree, of course. You should have 210 ECTS credits in your bachelor's. If not, so if you have only a 6 years, a 6 semester, sorry, a 3 years bachelor, so you can gain an additional 30 ECTS credit points by doing a 6-month internship, or if you have a 2 years professional experience. So otherwise, you need 210 ECTS credits from your bachelor's. We have an assessment test. We have an aptitude assessment test, which is a written admission test for this master program. This test can be written online all over the world. So you can do the test from your home computer, from your computer at home, all over the world. So there are special dates when you can give this test, but it is actually online. Further requirements about the language. So the course actually is given fully in English, so everything can be studied in English. So you need a B2 level of English, but as some of the speakers just before pointed out already, it is important to have some German language, at least in Germany, because we are here in Germany, where German is the main language, of course, and not English. So you will need German knowledge to manage not only your daily life, but also to have success further on when you go to a company in Germany. So it is a full-time course, and it is more application-oriented, as it is typical for an university of applied science. So let me see about the course structure. So here on top you see the 3 semesters, sorry, of the master study. So we have 2 theoretical semesters, and the third one is the master thesis. So we have 2 focuses, which is on the one hand electronics and communication, and the other one it's automation. So we have the possibility, or you have the possibility to deepen your knowledge or to widen your knowledge. So that means if you come from bachelor's, which was focusing on communication, so you can go to communications also in your master's, or you can also go to automation. So in this case, we have some so-called harmonization courses. So these harmonization courses will give you the basic knowledge which is necessary for a successful study of the automation focus. So here are some courses, or here are the courses of our program. So they are subdivided into theoretical modules, and theoretical and basic modules. We have the models of the key focus electronics and the key focus of automation, and some general academics. So the green one are the basics. So this is programming, numerical and mathematical methods, which are given in the first and the second semester. And further on, you can choose a focus. On the one hand, ENS or automation. So you see for ENS, we have the electronics part, which is optoelectronics, micro nano electronics. And for the communications part, we have RF and radio devices, signals and systems, and also devices and circuits for the electronics part. For the automation, we have some modeling and simulation, control, sensors, drives, and automation. So this is the focus automation engineering. Further on, we have a foreign language course, which is German, of course, because you should learn German during your studies. It is necessary for being successful further on in your work at German companies, as already said. So you are starting actually for an intake with A2. So this is the prerequisite. So in this case, this foreign language course should lead to at least B1 level in German language. The third semester has one lesson, which is business administration. And then you have the master thesis and the seminar where you present your results from the master thesis work. The application must be made on our website online on the so-called Primus portal. And the application period is from mid of November to mid of January for the summer entries, so the March entries, and from mid of April to mid of July for the winter term entries, which are the October entries. So the semester dates have been described already by some of the speakers before. So winter term is from beginning of October to end of January, and summer term mid of March to beginning of July. These two periods are followed by a 3 weeks period where we have the exams. So the exams are directly following the semester. We have also semester breaks, of course. So we have the spring break, which is mid of February to mid of March. And we have the summer breaks, which is August and September. So further information you can get on our website, of course, which is th-deg.de. And as already mentioned, we have an admittance test for the masters, and just to see what this master admission test is and what the level of this test is. You will find also some sample questions. The link is given here on the view graph. Further information or more detailed information on the specific courses we have in our program are given on the module handbook, which is also available on our website. For further information, feel free and contact us. So my name again, Werner Bogner. You see the email address. So you can give me an email. You can send me an email if you have any questions to the course. We have also the student and academic counseling and the administration center. We are also available on the social media channels. Just follow us there to get more insight into the Deggendorf Institute of Technology. well, so far, thanks for your attention, and yes, feel free and ask. I think there is question and answers session following, so therefore just feel free and ask. Thanks for your attention.
Thank you very much for such a great presentation, and of course for the team who was helping to answer questions already in Q&A written form. I was checking this section, and as if I was like attending as an applicant right now, and I get so many direct responses from professors. I will be so much appreciated, because not every day professors have time to answer questions live or in written form so detailed. So we really much appreciate it, and thank you very much. So right now, since most of the questions or all of the questions were answered in a written form, still I have noted down some of them which were frequently asked, and I would like to ask all speakers if you wish to participate, and feel free to answer the question whenever you want, or maybe we can have rounds of all speakers answering the question. So let me combine first, or maybe first about the requirements. All of you have mentioned about you have mentioned GPA and the minimum level of GPA. So some of the students were asking how strict these GPA requirements are. If it's, for example, 2.0 German system and the student has 2.5, is it still possible to somehow upgrade the application portfolio with, for example, internships or good motivation letter? Or if the GPA is not 2.0, he or she will be directly rejected? I don't want to name anyone who wants to start first. You can go ahead.
So may I answer from Deggendorf?
Yes, of course.
Okay, so actually we select just by our entrance examination. So we have an entrance examination, and this is the important thing. You have to pass this entrance examination, and then you will be admitted to the course. So we actually do not take the bachelor degree that much into account.
Thank you.
Then I may answer from OTH Regensburg. We are pretty much strict on the 2.5 rule of the GPA as a minimum grade. However, we also accept students that can prove that they were on the best 50% of their cohort.
Thank you.
I can answer for TU. Sorry, can I?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I can answer for TU Ilmenau. We don't have any strict requirement for GPA because we consider that it's so relative depending on what university you have taken your bachelor's at. So sometimes from a really good university, a lower GPA means more. So we basically take each individual application on its merit, see what grades they have, what university they're at, and then we judge them based on that.
Thank you very much.
We have a lot of applications. That's why we look to the average of the bachelor degree, and until 2.0 we accept without motivation letter, and between 2.1 until 2.3 we look to the motivation letter. We look whether the applicants have practical experience in companies and so on. Until 2.1 to 2.3, we look to other criterions.
Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.
But if the average is higher than 2.3, we don't accept applications.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Now let me combine two questions which are related to work experience. So first is, how important is the work experience when applying to your study program? And as a follow-up to it, what are the work perspectives after graduating your study program? Maybe you have all mentioned that it's always nice or also important to know German to increase the work perspectives. But also, like, when applying and after applying, maybe you can tell us how many students usually stay in Germany for work with, like, and how quick they can find, if they are good candidates, of course, relevant work places. Yeah, Professor Bogner, do you want to? Because you were unmuted.
Okay. Okay, so then I start, no problem. For starting with the masters, you need no work experience. So if you have 210 ECTS credit points from your bachelor's, it's not necessary to have work experience. In other case, if you have only 180 ECTS credit points, so we would also accept the 2 years work experience. But actually, you need no work experience because it's a consecutive master program. So the possibilities for further work in Germany as an engineer are, as an electrics and electronics engineer or information technology engineer, so are, from my point of view, very, very good now, because the companies are looking for engineers. So there is a need for engineers in most of the high tech companies. So as far as I see, the possibilities are very, very good.
Should we continue the same cycle, Ms. Seebauer?
Okay, I can actually just agree with everything. So for us, if you have 110 bachelor's degree, you don't need to prove any work experience. If you have 180, then yes, at OTH, you have 1 year in total to do the 20 weeks internship, that you have to prove that you have work experience. And I think if you speak German, if you have a good master's degree, if you kind of try to already get in the companies for doing your master thesis or probably work at the companies already, then you have a pretty good perspective to get a job later on.
Maybe I add something to the second question. I think I can say it very simple. No? So if you excellent and speak good German, you find a job for 100%. No? If you speak German and if you average, you also find a job. If you excellent and maybe not so good speak German, you also find a job. But if you don't fulfill both, so the average student which cannot speak German well has difficulties. No? So I want to encourage you to try both, not to be good in the study, but be also good in learning the language, and then I think no problem.
Thank you.
I want to say something about this. We have 3 variants in our study program, and if you take the 3-semester variant, it is a precondition that you have a relevant internship of at least 12 weeks or other professional experience, also at least 12 weeks. And the internship during undergraduate degrees will be credited for this. If you take the 4-semester variant, this internship semester, no work experience is necessary. And if you take the variant for semester without, then it is necessary to have also 12 weeks practical experience. But it is not so that we don't accept applicants without this. You can bring this experience until the master thesis. During the master program, you can get this experience until you begin your master thesis. Then you have it fulfilled this condition.
Maybe I can also from TU Ilmenau, for our master's program, we don't really have any requirement. We don't really ask, but and in terms of the work after our graduates don't usually face much problems finding work. As long as they apply themselves very well in the master's program, they usually within a few months of graduating, or pretty much all of them are employed.
Okay, and last question for today. I'm sure the answer, or I assume the answer is no, but let me still ask it. Does it matter if someone applies earlier? Does it mean that he or she will get first come, first serve application done, or will he or she get acceptance letter hopefully earlier than the ones who apply later? So usually I don't think this is the case in German universities, but let's still ask because someone wanted to know it.
Okay, may I start in Deggendorf?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. The answer is no. Yeah. So it does not depend when you apply. So it just depends, in our case, on the entrance examination. So you have to pass the entrance examination, and then you will you can come to study to us. No problem. Yeah. So no first come, first serve. Actually.
Yeah. Actually, I assume this is same for everyone, because usually
I do think so, yeah.
Yeah, committees have to take into account the application, and they are choosing the best of the best. So you have to prove that you are the best. If anyone wants to add anything, you are very welcome to do.
Yeah, I would like to add something. While it's not first come first get, you should really, because I see a lot of students from Asia, from India, from Pakistan, from other places, you really need to take into account the visa situations. So our examination, our application period, we have specifically opened it from January because we start looking at applications as soon as they come in. So some of the students can get their decisions by the spring, which is sometimes necessary at some of the embassies. So we really encourage students to apply. Everybody will get their decision because we don't have limited number of spots. But some people are, for example, even getting decisions after the lectures have started, because sometimes the applications pile up. So please apply as soon as possible.
I can also say apply, that you should apply as soon as possible, because I approve the applications when they come to me, and then I decide if you apply earlier, then you get the decision earlier.
On this very positive note, with great work experience perspectives, great professors awaiting for you, I would like to thank everyone again for being here, for having time in this, in Germany evening, Wednesday evening, to join us on today's webinar. I hope everyone enjoyed the webinars the same way I did. Also, huge thanks to all panelists who were helping professors and professors themselves in Q&A. In written form, I saw like several questions had 5 answers from different, or 4 answers from different universities. So it's really nice when, as a student, when you get this direct contact and connection already with program representatives themselves. Eileen has already shared the link, the email to our info email, and if you did not get the answer today, which I doubt, then you are very welcome to email us as well, and we will direct your question, or you can contact the program representatives directly because they were sharing their email contact addresses. The links were all shared in chat, so make sure to copy them until we finish the webinar. And last but not least, we really hope you liked it a lot. Eileen has already shared the direct link so that you can also give some feedback to us. Hopefully some 5 stars will be really nice. Or if you have some suggestions how we can improve our webinars, we will be really, really happy to do it as well. All right, thanks everyone for the great webinar. If you want to add anything or anyone wants to add anything, you can do it. Otherwise, I will ask Eileen to end the webinar.